Hello, this is Gardens and welcome to our tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to create, we're going to continue with the particle tool, alright? So just open the particle tool. What we're working with right now is the create particle grid, alright? We've done the sketch particle, this time we're doing the create particle grid. So when you select the create particle grid, you will have options to either lower or increase your particle spacing. So in this case, we're just going to lower it to something comfortable, like, yeah, 0.529. And that's just a number from my head, nothing special about it. Select 1, 2. Then press the enter. When you press that, you end up having these particles right here. Let me just zoom in so you can see those particles there. Pardon the noise, I'm at home, so I'm at home, so you don't expect the house to be all quiet and stuff. Anyway, guys, you've got that. So before we go to exactly where I want to take you guys, I'm gonna play around with the fields. One thing I can advise you is play around with the fields and know exactly what each of them do. If we go to radio, all right, bring that up and sort of play this. Let me increase to 600. That's what radio does. And you can adjust this to wherever you want it. Just in case you can't see these particles, let's just go ahead and change the particle to spheres. That way you can see what they are. Let me just shake them, okay? So that's a radio field. Alright? So that's the radio field, and they are so close. If I play, that's what's going on. And if you want, you can use this as a, I don't know, whatever you want to use it for, hot air balloon or whatever it is that you may think it is. You can use it for that, or just be creative about the whole situation. It's up to you. So you can do that. You can do whatever you want with it. Anyway, let's just close that and start a new project. By the way, make sure you try all these and see exactly what they do. Mess around with them. That way you can expand your creativity. So go ahead and create a new scene. I won't save this because I don't need to. Go to particle emitter, and as usual we're gonna do the same thing. 1, 2, then enter. You've got that. We're gonna do perspective. Now, this can be a good way of creating like ground fog for your scene, alright? So if you want to create ground fog, you can do that. And right now this is too straight, it's too uniform. You can actually select that. Make sure you pardon my bad manners. Bang. Throw a field on it. I'm going to throw a turbulence field. That way we shake up things a little and make sure the timeline is long enough. Right there. Man, I think that's too much. So I'm going to take it to right about there, 100. And select that. Solver, initial state, set for selected. Go back to 1. Make sure you remove your turbulence. Actually, I didn't have to. I don't have to. I can just lower the okay. go back to that one, go to your turbulence channel box, and you can increase your magnitude to probably 30. This is just a number from my head, nothing special about it. That's too, too quick. Now, if it's too quick, let's play around with the particles. Let's go to the particle channel box and conserve it. Make sure you reduce the conserved value. We're going to start with 0.5 to begin with. That's pretty much it. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Now, that's pretty good. So let's go to the attributes editor and actually play around with the settings. Alright, let's go up to, let's make it multi-point. Let's make it multi-point and increase the multi count. Also reduce the radius to 1 and increase the radius on here. The point size to 1 and increase the radius. That's right. That's about, what I'm after. So that when we play it, that's what you're gonna get. See that they're moving. They're not just still and lifeless. They're moving, as you can see. Now, go back to your first frame, and just in case you want to, if you're creating a ground fog, pardon my accent. If you're creating a ground fog, you probably have to, you probably want it to not move too far up or too far down. Okay, you want it to be controlled. So to be able to do that, you have to create guides. Okay, something that we're not going to render. So let's just create those guides. Let's just go into the front view. We've got that. That's our first guide. Let's bring it down to around there. Just duplicate it. Bring that to around there. Okay. Now, press 5 to shade. I just like things to be, nice and perfect. That way we can see exactly what we're doing. Now, select your first guide and go to particles and make collide. Okay. When you go into your settings, just reset that, resilience. Reset that. That's about right. We've got 0 for all of them, and just say apply, create. This one I'm gonna press G to do the same thing because it's the last command. Then you go into your Windows relationship editors, dynamic relationships. Now go to particles and select, well, actually just select plane, make collide. That one too, make collide. So what we're gonna do, go to particles. Both of them will be colliding, okay, with the particles. Particles will be colliding with shape 1 and shape 2. Now, just so these shapes don't render, go to that one and say, I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, I'm right actually. Hide selection. Okay, for the top and the bottom, I'm just gonna press G to hide that. So close that. Now go back to the beginning and just play it, and there you go. You've got the ground fog that you can be using, and you want it to be somewhat controlled. You won't be going through the top or the bottom. This can be a very good way of simulating something burning. Let's say a house burning. You end up you can play around with the settings as well to make the house have areas that will make the smoke penetrate through them or not. Okay, that's how you would do that. Or a burning vehicle, because the roof is usually opaque. It's not. Pardon my English, guys. You can't penetrate through the roof of a car. So really, you might want to make the smoke not the smoke collide with the roof. That way it doesn't go through the roof and comes out through the windows. And that's another tutorial that we're gonna make as soon as we're done with the introduction. This is just the introduction, by the way. So once it's advanced, but a little introduction to a tutorial that I've got for you guys. So that's how you do that, guys. And I hope you can find good use for this. So Anyway, subscribe and look out for the other tutorial, for the next tutorial. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.